Hey guys, it's Kristy here, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a first impression of the new Makeup Revolution Ingot highlighters. I have all three shades here. So I have the shade Platinum, which is a lovely, really white highlighter, which would be perfect for really light skin tones. I have the gold shade, which would be perfect for really bronzed or dark skin tones, and then I have the rose gold, which would be perfect for a mix of different skin tones. So I am going to be trying all three, swatching all three, seeing how they last throughout the day, and really just letting you know my thoughts on these. I do look kind of strange right now because I'm doing a full wear test of the Tarte Shape Tape foundation today, and it is way too light. I actually self-tanned and then the foundation arrived in the mail, and I ordered a shade that would be perfect for my non-self-tan self. So it is actually too bright. I didn't want to mix it with anything to make it darker because I didn't want to affect the foundation. So I just have loads of bronzer, loads of contour on, and then I'm really highlighted in certain areas. So let's just forget about that. If you're interested in watching that video, it will probably be up before this video, so I'll have it linked down below. But let's just go ahead and jump right into these highlighters. I love Makeup Revolution highlighters in general, so I'm really excited to try these and just see how they look on the skin. I got these off the tanbeauty.com website. They are £4 each, so a really good price. So I spent £12 on all three of these, and then it was £2.95 for shipping to my house in Northern Ireland, so the shipping was actually good too. If you spend over £30 usually you get free shipping, so if you're thinking of ordering this amongst other things, then you'll get free shipping. So these did take about a week and a half to arrive to my house. I think they've been pretty popular, so I'm not surprised that they took longer than usual to arrive at my house. Usually if I order from Tan Beauty it takes about 3 days, I'd say, to arrive, so it did take a bit longer than usual, but I'm sure if you ordered them, say now, whenever they're not as new, you might get them a bit sooner. If I jump onto the Tan Beauty website, it doesn't give a lot of description. It just says, add a perfect touch of light and luminosity with this gorgeous long wearing super intense powder highlighter, light reflecting pigment to achieve an all over illuminating finish, available in 3 shades. So that is pretty much it. It says it's vegan, cruelty free and gluten free. I will go ahead and do swatches of these and I'll show you. So I will start with Platinum. My arm is like, my hands are so dry from it being winter, and my tan like all stuck to them. They look absolutely terrible, don't they? Ugh. So I'm just trying to like scrub it off at the minute, but I will use my arm for this swatch, and there you go there. Looks really gorgeous. It isn't blue at all, it is literally just a white silvery highlight. Really beautiful for whenever I am my normal really pale self. It feels really smooth and doesn't feel dry at all. I wouldn't say it's buttery, but it does feel really smooth, so that is really nice. And there is the rose gold. It did come off a bit chunky. Maybe I just swirled my finger a bit too much, but it is a beautiful dusty pink. And then here is the gold shade. Wow, that is gorgeous. That would be, for me, a beautiful eyeshadow color. Really vibrant. I could maybe get away with a dusting on my forehead that's really blended into my bronzer, but that is beautiful. Really gold and reflective. So I'm going to try different methods of applying these, see which one I prefer and see which one looks best on me. I'm going to go in the first instance with my Morphe fan brush. This is the M143 brush, and I am going to go ahead into this Platinum shade, just a few wee times there, and put that onto this cheekbone. So that didn't come out too intense. I'll try going in another time. I'm not really liking it with this brush. Sometimes if there is a layer on the highlighter, you have to almost like dig through the layer to get into the good stuff, but I didn't find that with the swatches. The swatches just came out straight away on my finger, so I don't think that is the case. Sometimes I prefer to use a more dense brush to apply my highlighters. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the rose gold with a different type of brush. So this is my Real Techniques buffing brush. I usually apply highlighter with this, and it's a strange type of brush to apply highlighter with just because it is round, it's very, very dense, but I find I can really sort of buff it in and it looks really, really natural. It's not all just sitting in one place. You can also pick up quite a lot on this brush. So I'll go into this rose gold and just give it a good swirl and go on my left cheekbone. Yeah, not getting much. Wow, I'm really surprised. I really like Makeup Revolution highlighters. What is going on? Let me really dig in. I don't know what's going on. It's not coming out. Well, it's coming out a little bit now, but it's kind of going on quite cakey looking because I've had to swirl my brush so many times. I like to go on with a really thin layer. I'm not even finding them to be that light reflecting, to be honest. So let me go in, let me try a fresh finger on the platinum shade and see if I can build up on this side. No, really not coming out very well. I'm really surprised. Okay, so I've literally like destroyed this one. I've taken off the top layer with my fingernail, so my fingernail's covered too. But I'm gonna try this Real Techniques brush again, see if it's maybe because there's a layer on it. I'm finding this super, super weird. Let me try it on the rose gold one too. Okay, so I'm gonna go in on this one. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit more now. Maybe it's just pressed quite hard. It's looking a bit cakey because I've had to put on so much. Let me try a little bit of that goldy shade. I might mix it with a bit of the platinum just to take it up a wee bit and blend it into my forehead here. So first impressions are, I think the shades are nice. I think this platinum shade is beautiful. It's not got any sort of blue or purple in it, which sometimes can look a bit funky. It's literally just a very, very bright silver highlight. And then this rose shade is beautiful. It's blended really nicely into my blush. The mix of the gold and the platinum brought it up to a shade where it has blended nicely into my bronzer as a shade. But overall they look really, really cakey. They look really textured. I think it's because I've had to like dig in so much to get any color payoff. They just look very, very textured. They don't look very flattering. I'll show you this side. And then you're probably best to see my forehead from a wee bit further away because the light sort of is bouncing off it. I don't really know what happened here because I really, really love the Sof Times Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. It is beautiful. It has really good color payoff. You just go in with a really thin layer and therefore it doesn't emphasize any texture. I've really had to dig into these. I found that digging in and taking off the top layer with my nail helped, but you really do have to go in on these highlighters and apply quite a bit, and because of that I do look quite cakey. I am going to wear these throughout the day and I will come back with a check-in a bit later. I'm not really happy about going out like this, but I will wear them for full 8 hours and come back and let you know my thoughts. I will wear these tomorrow though, and I will let you know if they're looking any better tomorrow, and I will leave a comment in the description bar down below. I look really old, not feeling it, but I will come back in 8 hours and I'll let you know my thoughts. Hey guys, so I am back. It is now 8 hours and 20 minutes later and I have been wearing these highlighters all day. I will go ahead and I will give you a close-up now. So you can see that I have been wearing my glasses today. They have just left marks on my nose, but there are the cheekbones there. And then there is the forehead there. I think they're still not looking fantastic. They still have emphasized quite a lot of my texture and it's remained that way throughout the day. I kind of thought as my oils started to come through it might meld better into my skin and look a bit less textured, but I think they are looking just, they're sitting on top of the skin. They're really emphasizing any sort of creasing I have. I don't really have any really deep set wrinkles, but I am finding that with my age, I'm nearly 30 soon, that I am getting sort of like crinkles and little really fine sort of crepping on my skin. So it has sort of emphasized that. I'm not really happy with that. So I do think if you have mature or very dry skin, this won't be very flattering on you. and it just doesn't have a very nice finish. It isn't very pigmented for how much I had to put on. I really dug into the highlighters and applied quite a lot, and it is not that pigmented for the amount I put on. And I think because of the amount I put on as well, to get any colour payoff, that has made it look quite textured on my skin as well. So I am kind of disappointed because I really love the Sof Times Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. It just has this amazing light reflecting quality, and you really go in with a really thin amount. So I kind of was expecting the same from these highlighters. Even the fact that they're £4 each, I still think that you can get better highlighters out there. The Sof Times Makeup Revolution one is only a tenner, and I think you get 8 shades in there, so you are getting a really good price with that. Therefore, I wouldn't really recommend these, and they do get a thumbs down from me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you found this review helpful. If you were thinking of purchasing these, now you can kind of see how they looked on me, how they worked on me throughout the day, and my thoughts on them. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. Hit the little notification bell to receive a notification every time I upload. And don't forget to follow me on all my other social media. I have a Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, they're all Kristy88J, and oh, that gives away my year of birth. And I am, yeah, nearly 30. And you can also follow me on Facebook. It is literally just Kristy J. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.